The biggest challenges I hear in my coaching sessions, which might be a surprise, the top one's time, Alana. They just don't have the time. With all the compliance work that's coming through the door and the deadlines, they actually feel kind of embarrassed to talk about advisory work, because if they're promised that it's going to be finished in 2 weeks' time and it's not, to have a discussion about advisory is kind of like, oh, I haven't even finished their compliance work, so why would you be talking to me about advisory, Mr. Accountant? So I think time is the biggest issue when it comes to selling, and there's a whole other section on that to be able to structure your business in such a way that you have got time. And that for me is offshoring. If you can utilize offshoring in the fullest capacity. I know a lot of people say that they offshore, but they like to keep a lot of that work close to their chest and not doing as much as they could. So then we talk about what else that they could be offshoring and working with better solutions with that. The second one is actually what to offer. So I think there's a lot of programs out there, a lot of people helping accountants and bookkeepers with offering advisory, but there's a long list of advisory that people could do. And it's almost like it's overwhelming for accountants to know where to go. So my suggestion is start with two. Start with two that you feel kind of comfortable with already and go really deep into those. And the third one is, and this is why a lot of accountants could feel a bit pushy when they're in a sales situation, is not being congruent with what they're offering. So personally, I can't sell anything that I'm not congruent in. So I'm not doing it myself, or I don't really believe in. And I know that a lot of people say that, but you can sniff that out with people so quickly. And in my experience, many accountants aren't doing business planning and they're not looking at their business plan continually. And so if you were to sell a business plan, you would have to be congruent with actually doing it to be able to talk in a way that would inspire somebody to take on that service for $4,000 or $5,000, or however much you would charge to do a business planning session. And then if there's ongoing accountability or coaching with that, you really have to walk your talk, Alana, to be able to do that. So they're the three areas.